Hey, thanks for joining me. So, it's coming to the end of the growing season, at least here anyway, where I am in Ireland. So that means annuals are dying, perennials are dying back and having their winter sleep, seed saving's underway and maybe preservation too. A lot of weeding and cleaning up to be done. And if you're like me, you'll probably have a lot of used, spent compost left over. But don't throw it out, because today I'm going to share with you 10 ways that you can reuse your old compost. In the beginning, I'll remove all of the larger roots, obviously. I'll leave some of the smaller ones in there. I may remove them later, depending on what I'm using it for, but it's all going to be kept in a bag to retain the moisture, and any pest or disease afflicted plants, that compost should be left aside to break down further. So here's the first way you can use old compost. The first way, and in my opinion the best way, that's why I put it number one, it's mixing your old compost with new compost at a ratio of 50-50. This is reducing costs. This is reusing your compost, obviously, and recycling all that into your garden system. And adding fertilization in the form of well broken down manure or bloodfish and bone meal will obviously give it an extra boost. And this can be used for everything that you use your normal compost for. The second method is adding it directly into vegetable beds or flower beds. Lightly dug in, it can improve the soil's structure, particularly aeration and moisture retention too. The third way to use old compost in the garden is to simply use it as a mulch around plants. This can be used to suppress weeds, retain moisture, and ultimately, as the organisms bring it down into the soil, it'll improve the soil structure. Now I'm recording this video in the autumn, and what I'd normally do and will do is use leaves as a mulch here, but I don't know when or where you are watching this video, so it's another option for you. So for example, in the height of summer, if you've got some containers that need some mulching and you've got some old compost, that's a good choice. And the fourth use, an old favourite, adding it directly into the compost bin, preferably in layers, or you can use it to start a new compost pile. And the fifth way of using old compost is adding it to the bottom of pots or containers. It'll act as a filler, also improve the drainage, and ultimately the plant roots will find their way down there and extract whatever nutrients can be found in it, particularly if you're adding a little bit of extra fertilizer into it. And the sixth way is you can use it to make a new bed. So using the layering process, putting cardboard down, and then you can add your old compost, mixed leaves, manure, whatever you have lying around, leave that over the winter, and by the time spring rolls around, you'll have a new bed for planting in. Method number 7 is it can be used for earthing up potatoes when it comes time for earthing up potatoes. And obviously if you add extra nutrients in there like farmyard manure or bloodfish and bone meal, that'll help things along. And another method would be using it to earth up or blanch leeks. Now it's important to bear in mind that if the used compost is so depleted that it allows light through, well then that's sort of defeating the purpose. But if it's still dark enough that it excludes the light, it's well worth trying that. And also, and this is probably best use of these earthing up methods as well, it's using it to earth up carrots, basically, so the tops don't go green. And the reason why I think this is the best way to use old compost and these kind of earthing up methods is because the old compost has depleted nutrients, which means you don't have to worry about your carrots being forked. Use number 8 for old compost is it can be well sieved once again, of course, and mixed with sand and used as a very good seed starting mix. Horticultural sand, of course, don't just go down to your beach. Now the last 2 uses for old compost that I have concern lawns, which is something that I don't have, and I'm not necessarily in the business of promoting inedible, useless monocrops, but if you are a lover of lawns, these 2 tips could be helpful to you. Number 9. If you're starting a new lawn, it's a good idea to use well-sifted used compost as a mulch to keep those seeds nice and safe, warm and moist. And finally, number 10, using well-sieved old compost mixed with sharp sand at a ratio of about 50-50 to remove divots in your lawn. Now, the process here involves cutting the grass down as close to the ground as possible, locating your divots and filling them in very lightly with your old compost and sand mix, raking it over and lightly watering it. Now, this may take a few seasons to achieve the desired evenness, but I think it's well worth giving it a go. Better if you didn't grow lawns at all. So that's all I have for today. If you liked this video or found any information in it helpful, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, I'd encourage you to please subscribe. Thank you very much. And until the next time, take care. Slán.